Okay, good day. So I'm very sorry for the internet connections lost that I have received on the exact time of our GMeet. Okay, since you already know what is the course requirements, the grading system, okay, online policy, classroom online policy. So this is the syllabus for our core subject. Okay, so the title is Introduction to Cybercrime and Environmental Laws and Protection. So the objective for week one is each and every one of you uh, for this week, as we end this week, okay, you can everybody can discuss computer hardware, software, the history of internet, okay, the types of internet connection, advantages and risk of ICTs or uh, information and communications technology. Since the birth of computer, it really changes the pace of communications, even the all types of industries that we have today. So that is why with computer, it's now been uh, used, okay, to damage other people. Okay, and now we have what we call cybercrime. So before we go on having the cybercrime, okay, let's have first the background. What is computer and what is hardware and what is software? Okay, computer is a electronic device that manipulates information or data. It has the ability to store, retrieve, and process data. You may already know that you can use computer to type documents, send emails, play games, browse the web. You can also use it to edit or create spreadsheets, presentations, or even videos. Okay, that is computer. So there are many types of computers. Okay, and computer parts is in the two kinds. That is the hardware and software. How hardware is any part of the computer that you can see its physical structure. Uh, in other words, you can use the word tangible, or it can be uh, handed. Okay, you can feel o kung mahawakan mo yung isang bagay, that is the hardware. Any parts of the wherein you can hold that parts, that is the hardware of the computer. Because software, okay, this is the intangible. Okay, the role of the software in computer is any set of instructions, okay, that runs the hardware and telling the hardware what to do and how to do it. Okay, for example, web browsers, games, word processors. Okay, so as I said, that the different types of computer. Okay, and most people knows that computers is just about desktop or laptop. Okay, computers has many shapes and sizes, and they perform many different functions in our daily lives. For example, the ATM, automated machines, teller machines. Okay, you can withdraw cash there. You can scan groceries at the store. You can use calculator. Okay, that is already a type of computer. And computer is been uh, invented, okay, starting with the ARPANET of United States of America. It is the Advanced Research Projects Agency Network. During Cold War, it is about military use to gather intelligence. ARPA requested proposal for the communications technology on that time. And the first who have completed the project for 1 year is Bolt, Beranek, and Newman. And they are called, and they were known as the BBN. Okay, and starting it with four nodes. Four nodes is a connections of a connections of electric circuits. That is a node. So on the very start of the ARPANET project, it is on the connections of UCLA, Stanford, MIT, and University of Utah. So that's the running over, okay, of the early internet. Okay, interconnected network, the four. Okay, so the introduction of the internet. So they there we have new networks but different languages. Okay, so transmissions control protocol or the IP. Okay, yan yung mga ah, nangyari kasi nung lumalawak na, kailangan na ng mga other languages for running over a computer. Okay, so doing giving a solutions. Okay, they created a transmission control protocol or the internet protocol. Okay, so internet is the short uh, is the short term for an interconnected network of networks. Internet. So the basic internet terms is the packet. Packet is data sent over the internet. Okay, the hub connects other devices to the network and send packets to all devices connected to it. Bridge connects two networks together and filters packets. Switches connects multiple devices and filters packets based upon destination. So the router, this is the one receiving and analyze packets, then send them to the specific destinations. The router. Okay. Internet and the World Wide Web as part of the history. Primary internet users in 1980s were government, academic, and research organizations. And mostly, its use is about sending a mail. Okay, and it's been called now as email. And they created a project which is the World Wide Web project. It is on the creations of the graduate student Tim Berners-Lee. So he's the one think over and needed a way to link his dissertation advisors' comments together or the hypertext. In 1993, Mosaic browsers allowed combinations of text and graphics. So yung web natin, 'di ba, yung Google Chrome natin, 'di ba, yung nung unang-una 'yan, dahil sa gusto nila yung bakit may mga other languages o nagkakaroon ng other manner of how you use internet today. Pero nung sa panahon ni Tim Berners-Lee, it's all about uh, to have a combination of text and graphics. Okay, then with that comes now a first commercial web browser, which is the Netscape Navigator. during 1994. And the dot-com bubble, as part of the history, is within the National Science Foundation, or the NSF. Okay, they are the one managed internet until 1990s. Okay, uh, they are the one restricting commercial ventures. By then, the National Science Foundations transferred the control to the US government. Okay, that is the birth now of the commercial use of internet. Okay, surge investment in online companies comes in, and they view now, especially the businessman, that there will be an e-commerce, and this e-commerce would be highly profitable on the coming time. Okay, during 1991. Okay, but the four business models led to widespread failures. Hindi pa perfect. Eh, siyempre, mga nagpapaunahan sila. But during 2000 to 2001, with the dot-com bubble, or the dot bomb, okay, internet companies went to bust. Okay, companies needed better strategies and management to survive. Then came in now, after that, is the Web 2.0. What you are now experiencing as function of the web, that is Web 2.0. Itong ginagamit natin yan, Web 2.0 eh. Okay? Kasi yung Web 0.1 is about web pages. Yes, yung pag-transfer ng NSF sa US government, ganyan pa lang yun, Web 1.0. Okay? Which is not interactive. Okay? You can find people, yes. You can view information, yes. But you cannot interact with it. Okay? With the birth of Web 2.0, you can now have, or enjoying now, YouTube, Wiki, Flickr, Facebook, etc. So that is Web 2.0. And the Web 3.0 is a semantic web, which is uh, has not having a clear definitions. But what is sure about Web 3.0 is it's gonna be having now the artificial intelligence. Okay, in Web 2.0, you need a certain Chrome, just for example, the Google Chrome, to have a communications. In Web 3.0, it is about this engagement on that certain types of interconnectivity. You can have the interconnections either with me or for a certain users of internet. Okay, not going inside uh, a certain URL. Okay, or a certain web owner. That is the emerging, that's gonna be on the future. uh, as part of the history, that the evolutions of Web 1.0 to Web 0.20, it takes 10 years. Maybe it's gonna be also another 10 years for Web 3.0 to fully be functional inside the use of computer. Okay, so what's the difference of internet and World Wide Web? So it's not the same. World Wide Web is just part of the internet, or a network of networks across the planet. Okay, and web servers with HTML pages that are viewed on devices with web browsers. The interconnection, yun yung interconnect, that yun yung internet. And what's inside the internet, that is the World Wide Web. Okay, so it's really part of the internet, the World Wide Web. So until to the growth of broadband, okay, it's about dial-up modems to connect computers using the line of the telephone company. Okay, and followed by cable or the DSL or the satellite for higher speed. And another one is the broadband, which gives connections faster than the 256,000 bps, which is speeds are much higher now. Okay, average home broadband speed is between 3 Mbps or and 30 Mbps. Enable growth of new businesses in ways that people use technology uh, with the birth of a broadband. Then came in now the wireless networking, the Wi-Fi, okay, the mobile network, Bluetooth, VoIP. Okay, so here's the certain uh, diagram of an organizational network. You see then uh, the LAN, okay, the intranet, extranet, and the internet that is on the public. Okay, the employees that's on the companies, suppliers, customers, partners. That is the extranet, and the internet are for the public. So sila Globe, okay, yan yung mga uh, part ng intranet. Okay, yung may-ari na pinaanuhan nila. Tapos yung mga suppliers, yan, Converge, yan, mga customer, sila yung namumuhunan na para magkonekta. Okay, ang mga cost, ang mga end users are the public. Doon ganun sila kumikita eh. Okay? Internet is cloud computing is equals to internet. You can see here on the diagram, here's the in-house. Okay? Dito yan na nakatago tapos nagkakaroon ng cloud computing farm. Parang naka naka-imbak lang siya doon, naka-bank. Okay? That is why it's a data farms eh. You can see on this particular picture, okay, was being served by Google. So Google Server Farms. Yan, ganyan ang itsura. Okay? And Facebook to build server farm at the Arctic Circle, doon sila, nandun yung ano nila, data farm nila. Okay? Ang problema with cloud computing is the security. If you lose internet, it's over already. Okay? Is it always as easy as it seems? But for the real, if the internet has been lost, all the data na you have been banked, okay, on the cloud, it's gonna be over. Okay, so lock into a specific service provider. Okay, services from the cloud, yan, cloud clients, mga email mo, yung mga database, web server, okay, virtual machines. Okay, they go to the uh, cloud clients, which is the web browser, mobile apps, thin client. Okay, dun siya ini-imbak. Okay? So, the types of internet connections, the dial-up connection is established between computer and the ISP server using modem. Okay, a dial-up connection is a cheap and traditional connection that is not preferred these days as this type of connections, which is very slow. So, the dial-up connection, yung katulad ng sinasabi natin, using the telephone lines. Okay, here's the picture of that dial-up connection. Broadband connection. It's really about high-speed internet access, faster than the traditional dial-up access. It provides through either cable or telephone compositions. It does not require any telephone communication. That's why here we can use telephone and internet connection simultaneously on broadband. And here's the picture of broadband connection. Okay. So the digital subscriber line, or the DSL, this is a connection through telephone line, a form of broadband communication that is always on, and there's no need to dial a phone number to connect. Okay. So here's the diagram from the base, okay, to the central office, then to the DSL subscriber. Cable connection, another form of broadband access, cable modem that can provide extremely fast access to internet. Ito yan, yung mga fiber net yan eh, yung ganun, yung itong katulad sa akin, yan, yung cable ano to eh, cable form, cable connection to eh. So the speed of this connection varies, which is different from uploading data, transmission, or downloading. It uses cable modem to provide an internet connections and operates over cable TV lines. The speed of cable connection ranges up to 512 uh, kilobytes and 200 Mbps, or the speed per hour. So here's the cable connection diagram of the cable connection. Satellite. This is type of connection which is provided mainly in rural areas where a broadband connection is not yet offered. It accesses the internet via satellite that is in Earth's orbit. Okay, here's the satellite connection from satellite router, okay, to internet, satellite router to video to PC. Wireless router. As the name suggests, wireless connection does not use telephone lines or cables to connect the internet. The wireless connections use radio frequency band to connect to internet. It's also an always on connection, and this connection can be accessed from anywhere, and speed may vary to different locations. It ranges from 5 Mbps to 20 Mbps. Mahina pa rin. Then the cellular technology, or our cell phone, which is the 3G and the 4G right now. Okay. It is a wireless internet access through cell phones. Okay. Cellular connection. Integrated service digital network. It is a circuit switch telephone network system. It also provides packet switch networks, access to packet that transmit both voice and data over digital line. Yung mga nauso noon na packet wifi kung tawagin, di ba? Integrated service digital network yun. So there are advantages and disadvantages. Okay, number one, the fast pace of communications, the speed and time. You can really save much money as type of communications to compare it with uh, for the for the old times that you have to write a letter, okay, put it in an envelope, and go uh, to the mail office, okay, and you have to wait uh, for the delivery of the mail office to its destinations. That's how we communicate. But right now, it's a matter of seconds to transmit a certain message. Okay, to attach even numerous type of uh, languages or mga data. Okay, or packets. Okay, it also created a smooth turnaround of globalizations, because you can have video conferencing. You can speak to other people important to your business residing from other countries through computers. Okay, internet communication technology. Okay, cost effective. Okay, because free to send an email. Okay, and it's more cheaper than phone calls. Greater availability, especially today. Okay, on the current time, you can really has do the business. You can really do business. Okay, fastly. Okay, automated by the use of website or a voicemail for 24 hours or 7 days a week, and also uh, fill up the gap of any cultural disparities that we have because of our technology nowadays. It also provides new jobs like yung booming businesses ngayon, yung call centers. Okay, in educations, in our time, if just like me, I really called, okay, internet connection as a complete library, because everything that you want to to learn, okay, or to find as part of your educations by the use of internet, it really can give you uh, the certain knowledge that you need. Before, if in one particular different word that you heard, you have to go to the library, use a dictionary to find what's the meaning of that particular word that you heard. Okay, so very helpful in education. And through ICT, images can easily be used, okay, in teaching, improving retentive memory of the students as the principle of education or principle of learning. Okay, complex structure through ICT, teacher can easily explain complex structure. Marami mga diagram na pwedeng ibigay eh. And also the teachers are able to create interactive classroom and make the lessons more enjoyable through ICT. Kasi noon, ang ABC ngayon, gumamit ka ng YouTube, kakanta na ng ABC yan eh. Okay? Pagka gusto mong maging masaya bola, okay, bago mag-lesson, yan, ano mo siya. And disadvantages, number one, in education, computers along with their programs and their internet have created educational opportunities not available to previous generations. What I mean, what's I've been explaining earlier, that on our time we have to go to the library for one particular word to compare it today's, just using your cousin, the Google. Okay, you can really have its definitions in one particular different word that you heard. Okay, lack of job securities, yes, because just for example, uh, car manufacturing, especially in Germany, in one particular company, a German car, very large company, producers of luxury car, which is hiring a thousand of people uh, to do the operations of the company. But because of the uh, birth of computers, okay, there are robotics that can really do a certain job, okay, which chop the number of workers on that particular company. So that is an example, okay, to the point na there will be certain industries, even one computer, especially the birth of Web 3.0. Web 3.0, by the way, yung ikaw ay nagtatanong, di ba? nagse-search tayo sa Web 2.0, nagse-search tayo ng particular word, tayo yung nagta-type kasi meron kang assignment. Pero pag nalaman ng computer na ito yung assignment mo, siya na mismo ang mag-aalam kung ano yung kinakailangan mo, siya na mismo yung gagawa. Yan ang Web 3.0. So it's not yet existing, but we are now emerging on it. Okay? Overriding cultures, okay? Just for example, teenagers in the US influence the most young teenagers all over the world. How they act, they dress, and behave. That is why, us criminologists, okay, really view the certain uh, correlational of the social media to what has been the new setup of character and behavior of each and every children, not just on our country but all over the world. The very reason is the internet use, invasion of privacy, because through information technology there will be a quicker, easier, and more convenient communications. It also brought privacy issues, especially on cell phones, or you are part. Just for example, you are part of Facebook, okay, as your socializations. It can be easily accessed by anyone to stalk you and to understand a little bit of you. Even though na you are lacking it, there will still be a chance for other people to know a little thing about you. Okay, and because of that, because of, okay, we are more being reliable through technology. Professor Ian Robertson, a neuropsychology expert based on Trinity College, Dublin, on his study, okay, he said, people have more to remember these days and they are relying on technology for their memory. But less you use your memory, the poorer it comes. Kasi kami, kailangan magme-memorize. Ang law namin, kailangan i-memorize mo ang aggravating circumstances, mitigating circumstances, alternative circumstances, okay, justifying, exempting circumstances. But today, me as your teacher, if you are not a lawyer, okay, all you have to do, all I have to verify if you really understand the certain circumstances I've mentioned, okay, as a malefactor of a certain crime. Eh, why would you to have the certain 100% remembering category in learning if you have computer? Eh, i-record mo lang siya sa cellphone mo. Kung kailangan mo yun, bubuksan mo lang siya, di ba? Yun yung sinasabi na one disadvantages on the new generations or the generations to come. Okay? And they feel that the information is very reliable. Okay? Especially Wikipedia. Most of people knows that they gonna use Wikipedia as their dictionary. Little knows that Wikipedia uh, can be edited. That is why in research world, it's not reliable to use Wikipedia as your source of secondary as a source of secondary data. Okay, so there are viruses like worms, trojans, malware, spam, phishing. Any of this can cause chaos and disrupt our daily lives, especially if you are depending on computer. one particular viruses can really remove, okay, or not accessible for you anymore, a certain data, okay. And disadvantages is the way how you are going to set up, and too expensive, which is hindi naman tayo makaiwas. O dahil sa hindi tayo makaiwas, not everybody has the opportunity to access a small library. Okay, kasi a small library, may internet ka, may computer ka, you have already a small library. Okay? So, hard for teachers to use in the world of educations, especially uh, the gem in the world of teaching. Okay? Because of lack of experiences, uh, there's some troubles coming in how they will transfer the learning to their students. Like for example, yung online nung nag-pandemic, dumating ang online. Maraming mga veteranong mga guro na hindi tuloy sila makapag ah, turo dahil hirap sila gagamitin ng computer. Pero napuwersa, yung iba napuwersa at nagpapuwersa, pero yung iba talaga either I just stop teaching for a while until the time of that there will be 100% face-to-face on the school. Ganun yung naging decision ng mga iba eh. Sayang yung mga talento nila, di ba? Ika nga. Okay? So that's our lecture for this week. Again, I'm very sorry for the internet lost connections that I have earlier to receive your live lecture for this particular learning objective. Thank you very much.